Senator Cynthia Villar has again figured in a video that has gone viral. She was seen approaching Las Piñas councilor Mark Anthony Santos inside a church, briefly having an interaction with him and then leaving. Though the video had no clear audio, Santos later said that she cussed him out. The senator has denied this, saying she was just positioned next to Santos, but admitted that she warned him not to come near her or even try to shake her hand. Vice Mayor April Aguilar Neri, the niece of Senator Villar, was also there, and she appeared taken aback by Villar's actions and stepped away from the pew, as you can see in the video. Now, this incident reportedly happened inside the Our Lady of Fatima Church in Las Piñas way back on October 13, 2024, but it was only posted on social media on November 16. Both Villar and Santos are gunning to become representative of the Lone District of Las Piñas in the 2025 midterm elections. And we have with us on the show Las Piñas Councilor Mark Anthony Santos to get his side of what happened inside that church. Good evening, Councilor Mark. Welcome to The Big Story.
Good evening, ladies.
Okay. Councilor Mark, I'm sure you heard what I just read, our report. I'm sure you've also heard what Senator Villar had to say. What would you have to say about all that? What really happened?
Actually, when I watched the statement of Senator Villar, she was saying that magkatabi daw po kami doon sa church. So hindi daw po ako niya sinugod. But if you will check the video, she was sitting on the other side of the pew. Yung bench sa kabila. So, yun po ang nangyari talaga. Hindi po nakita ng video yung una because this is not the first time that we met inside the church. Every time po na nagkakasabay kami, I approach her and greet her. And this time, yung fifth siguro encounter namin ngayon, nung kinamayan ko po siya, sabi niya po sa akin, huwag mo na akong kakamayan kasi sinisiraan mo yung pamilya ko. Oh, and then I went back to my seat, and then after sitting down, tumayo po ulit siya, and then sinugod niya po ako. And then doon na po, yun na po, nagulat po yung si Vice Mayor April doon. So kitang-kita naman po yung reaction ni Vice April. So
Councilor,
yun po ang nangyari.
Councilor, this was Sunday Mass because October 13 was a Sunday and like you said, fifth encounter nyo na ito, but it's also October 13, right? So ito yung unang Sunday after matapos nung filing ng COCs. We know naman from mga kwento din ng mga ibang politiko na pagtatakbo, usually may usapan yan. You actually know who's gonna run against you. Alam mo naman, no, may mga bubuwit or sometimes it's public knowledge. In your case, may lamat po ba kayo ng pamilya ni Senator Villar or even personally?
I have no personal issues against the senator. Siguro, it just so happened when I filed my certificate of candidacy, I questioned her moral authority to lead the city because of the issue doon sa taxes. Ito yung pinakita ko, I exposed them, yung kanilang delinquent taxes sa Las Piñas. And yun po ang issues sa elections. And then, of course, yung reclamation project, which ino-oppose po ni Senator Villar, na we are supporting po. The city government is pushing for the reclamation project na ino-oppose po ni Senator Villar na natalo po siya sa Supreme Court. So, yun po ang mga issues sa amin dito sa Las Piñas.
Could you expand on the delinquent tax issues, Councilor? Which Villar companies are these?
Actually, doon po sa report ng City Treasurer's Office, for decades po, yung Brittany Corporation, Villar Sipag Center, Villar Sipag Atega Foundation have not paid the real property taxes for a number of assets in the city, including Mela Hotel, 3 Evilla buildings, Portofino Commercial, and the Villar Sipag Center po. So, after giving the notice po from the treasurer, sila po, they wrote a letter to the city government asking for amnesty. Decades po ito, no? Hindi po a year or two lang po ang non-payment of the real property taxes. So when I questioned her moral authority to lead the city, imagine niyo naman po, pinakamayamang pamilya sa buong Pilipinas, yung mga kumpanya po nila, hindi po nagbabayad ng tamang buwis or hindi nagbabayad at all. For example, after hearing po dun sa City Council, they paid a sum of 151 million pesos po, almost 152 million pesos doon po sa kanilang delinquencies, and meron pa po silang more than 70 million na hindi binabayaran ngayon. That's why I'm questioning their moral authority to lead the city.
Councilor,
Imagine niyo po. Sige po, go ahead po.
no, Councilor, just going back on that incident sa simbahan, nangyari yon, it happened before the Mass began, correct? Kasi naririnig po namin yung lector. So, within the whole Mass, di ba, meron pong pagkakataon to give a sign of peace. Well, hindi na po kayo nagkaroon ng encounters, there's no other communication or anything right after that.
Actually, it was a concelebrated Mass officiated by the Parañaque Diocese Bishop Mercado. And in fact, he witnessed the incident. So he requested for a special blessing sa mga candidates.
So tama naman po si Senator Villar na ang sinabi niya sa'yo is, Mark, wag mo akong kamayan, something like that, di ba? Don't say hi to
Opo,
me,
opo.
don't shake my hand. Is
Opo,
that what she
opo,
told
opo,
you?
opo.
Okay, ano pong sinagot niyo sa kanya nung sinabi niya yon?
Actually, nung unang encounter po namin, when I shook her hand, sinabihan niya po ako. Galit na po siya. Galit na
Okay.
po siya. Kaya, ang ginawa ko po, kinamayan ko po yung nephew niya, na counselor din. So I went back to my seat. Ito pong nakikita niyo sa video ngayon, after going back to my seat, tumayo po siya ulit. Tapos sinugod niya po ako doon sa upuan. Kaya po nagulat si Vice April. Oo, makikita niyo sa video yung kanyang niece. Oo, yun po ang nagulat. Oo.
Councilor, you're up against, it's going to be an uphill climb for you as you try to aim for the lone congressional seat of the lone district of Las Piñas. The incumbent obviously being the daughter of Senator Villar, that is Camille Villar. I mean, why are you even giving this a shot? What's your platform? What's your agenda?
Basically po, I've been city councilor, 7th term ko na pong councilor ngayon. I've been a chief of staff of Mayor Nene Aguilar. And my record will speaks for itself po. Number one priority po namin is i-push yung reclamation project. The much needed revenues po for the city, for the pro-poor projects, especially dun sa mga socialized housing projects po natin. There are about 20,000 families po sa Las Piñas na kailangan po ang pabahay. And number one po niyan, pag alam niyo po, naiwan na po kami when it comes to the revenues po. Kasi po yung aming neighboring cities like Pasay, Parañaque, ang average income po nila is between 12 to 15 billion pesos na po. Sa Las Piñas po is only about 3.7 billion. And the sad part about it is hindi po nakakapasok yung mga investment sa amin. And may problema po. Ang hirap po kasi sa isang politiko, pag may conflict of interest po kayo, ang priority niyo po, nakita ko po yan for the last 2 or 3 decades sa Las Piñas. Yung conflict of interest po played a bigger role po sa development ng city namin.
Okay.
Hindi po nakakapasok ang negosyo sa amin.
Councilor,
That's
sorry.
why,
Councilor Mark, sorry, wala na po kaming oras, pero I just wanted to ask also, with your congressional bid, sino po yung, are you running as part of a team, part of a party against the Villars? But are you still with the Aguilars? Because Senator Villar is an Aguilar also.
yes, but this time, the Aguilar and Villar will be opponents. I'm with the family of my former boss, Mayor Nene Aguilar. Yung nakita niyo po sa video, yung vice mayor namin is running for mayor. And ang makakalaban po niya, yung first cousin niya rin po. So I'm running with a group of April Aguilar, and si Senator po will be running with her nephew. With her nephew po. So Villar and Aguilar po,
Okay.
magkalaban po.
All right, thanks for clearing that up. It's nice to hear your side after watching all the videos going around. So thank you again for joining us tonight, Las Piñas Councilor Mark Anthony Santos.